Joe, what's going on?
How's it going, man? Nice to finally
Good.
meet you
Nice to finally meet you. I feel like we've been talking on social media
for some time.
ever since, yeah, for some time, and maybe we could get together and do this little meet and greet.
Yeah, absolutely. I
I call it
appreciate you inviting me and the opportunity to be on your podcast. So,
absolutely. Networking is a beautiful thing, and I always strive to take a lot of my time doing a lot of that with different people, just because there's no wasted time with networking and seeing what opportunities are out there,
absolutely.
what people got going on. So we're about to test it out, and honestly, you're my first guest,
I love it.
right?
I love it.
If I would have told you that before, you probably wouldn't be here right now.
No.
You
It's all
were
right.
you were like, hey, what's your channel? What's your podcast called? I'm calling it Domination Worldwide,
That's right.
just because we kind of cover a little bit of everything in life.
Yeah,
There's
that's why I
nothing.
couldn't find it online.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We just started a lot of our content with YouTube,
Okay.
and we have a couple of different videos up so far.
Mhm.
But we just started with this new marketing company, as well as digital content making.
Mhm.
So he's about to start getting that going, so we can get some more followers and start to drive some more business.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I guess tell me a little bit about yourself. I know you grew up in Leominster.
Yeah. 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 So I'm born in Lowell, but really grew up in Leominster. Family moved here, at least in Leominster, in like second grade. But a little bit backstory: parents are immigrants from Dominican Republic.
Yep.
Funny story: the cheapest ticket to get into America for them was a flight to New York. So I've got a ton of family, extended family in New York.
Okay.
Me, my siblings, extended family, cousins,
Over in the city.
over in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. My dad didn't want to raise a family in New York. He grew up in the 80s. He was 19, 20, moved to New York, and we kind of go back and forth.
Do
And
you ever spend some time in New York?
I do, yeah.
Dude, New York's a lot of fun.
It is. Upstate's a lot different from Manhattan.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've spent some time up in upstate, just because I'm big with the outdoors,
Yeah.
fishing and ATVs and all that. But with traveling, I'm always telling people that I'm from Boston instead of saying small town Leominster, because they look at me like I have 10 heads.
Where's Leominster? Do you know where Worcester is?
Yeah, right.
20 minutes north of Worcester.
Exactly, Central Mass. And
Us.
everyone's always like, people that are farther away is like, yo, obviously they know New York City sometimes, or they've been there over Boston.
Mhm.
And I've always told people, what's funny is I've never actually spent some time in the city. So I actually just got to check it out about a month ago
Okay.
and spent 3 days there, right over by the World Trade Center.
Oh, you were down there. Yeah, you were
Yeah,
down in Manhattan.
yeah, it was
Friendly
awesome. It was an
Yeah.
awesome time. I never thought I liked the city so much.
It's different, they call it the concrete jungle for a reason.
Exactly.
I see the way my siblings and I grew up here in Massachusetts,
Yeah.
and my cousins, extended family, what they experienced, and how they grew up in New York. And it's just different.
Oh, 100%.
We're all New England fans. They're all New York fans. So it's always a good
No, exactly.
family rivalry when we do see each other. Christmas, usually Christmas when we were younger, birthday parties, we always go down to New York or vice versa.
Right on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
your parents they came to New York, and what did they do for work when they got here?
A little odds and ends. I mean, my dad, I remember him telling me he used to go to barber shops, and there were 2 or 3 days out of the week where you could park on one side when your car is parked on the other. Right, they have to do street cleanup.
Right.
So he'd clean up here, pick up here from the sweeping floors of barber shops, and he was probably even have a license at the time. He would move everyone's car from one side of the street to the other. My dad was always a hustler.
Right.
He always knew hard work, and that's something that he definitely taught off his children, especially me.
Exactly. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I've got an older brother, an older sister, and actually have a twin brother.
Right on.
Yeah, we're not identical though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your parents are still together, of course?
No, they're actually divorced.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one of those things, they were good for each other for a time, and then it got to a point where it changed.
Right on.
Yeah. So they did the best they could, and they did a good job raising us.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Parenting is, goes a long, long way. And obviously you can tell somebody's character from that. I have two younger sisters, so I was the oldest, the role model.
Yeah.
And my parents, they took good care of us. They worked hard. They were a blue collar family.
Yeah.
But I didn't get no free handouts, of course. I
Right.
always wanted the nicest things, and I had to settle with, a standard thing, of course. And it just showed me that, hey, if you want something, you have to go to work.
That's exactly what my father told me.
I didn't go to college. I'm
Yeah.
sure you didn't either, or did you?
I ended up going to college.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did?
yeah,
Where'd you go?
yeah. Well, I went to a trade high school,
Yep, same here.
Leominster Trade.
Okay, I went to Monty Tech.
Okay, oh, you went to the better program
Yeah,
then.
actually, Monty Tech's a really nice school, but I did just check out Lemonster because I went down and talked to some of the tech kids, vocational, in the
So the
plumbing.
guest, like a guest
Kind of like a
speaking event.
guest speaker,
That's good.
exactly.
Yeah,
I didn't do too good to be honest. I
yeah,
was choking up. I've never really kind of talked in front of many people before like
yeah,
that. And I didn't really. I was kind of all over the place. Like I wrote a ton of stuff down,
yeah,
but it was so tiny for me to like read it off,
yeah,
and I didn't want no awkward silence.
yeah.
So now I'm of course working on getting better in front of crowds as well
Public
as
speaking. Yeah,
in front of camera.
yeah,
People go to school for that shit.
yeah. You know how you get better at it? Simply doing it.
Simply doing it.
Exposure
Exactly.
therapy. You got to talk to my friend Phil Session.
Really?
Yeah, he's a public speaking coach, and
No way. See,
but,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. So that's one of those things you just get better at it by just doing it.
No, exactly.
Having conversations, starting a podcast, and podcasting is just getting comfortable with having conversation in
Yeah.
general, even as talking to a stranger.
Did you
Or-
so in Leominster vote, did you take construction?
They had a carpentry program.
Carpentry, yeah.
I remember going through the first couple of weeks. You're going shop for shop, maybe 2, 3 days each, and the only reason why I picked carpentry was they had this big mural, kind of like the mural you have here,
Yeah.
of a house with a cross section, first, second floor, basement, framing.
Yeah.
You can see some of the mechanicals in there. I'm like, oh, I think that'd be pretty cool to build a house.
Yeah.
So that's why I signed up for carpentry and did that for 4 years. And the funny part is, we never built a house.
Right.
You know?
No, exactly. Did you guys go on any like outside jobs?
Yeah. Oh
that
yeah.
you've gone on?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We did a Central Street.
Jump in the van and hit some Dunkin' Donuts on the way?
Man, it was a short bus.
That's right.
Yellow
Yeah.
short bus. You could
Exactly.
fit like 15 of us in there. It was the funniest thing. We'd roll around in that almost every morning, hit Lovin' Donuts.
Something to get your feet wet.
Oh, yeah, and it was good though. It was good for the ones that apply themselves.
Yeah. So then, what about the schooling?
So it's funny. I mean, I almost didn't go to college.
Yeah.
You know, learning a little bit of the trade from Leominster CTE, their carpentry program. I worked with a couple instructors in the weekends and
Yeah.
summers throughout high school. And there was actually a carpenter that worked down the street from me. I would work weekends and summers with him. His name was Al. And I remember working one summer. It was my senior year of high school. And just very early on. And I applied for colleges. And I remember telling him, Al, like, I don't even want to go to college. I want to keep doing this.
Right.
I like this. And he told me, Joe, go to college.
Right.
At least try it. If you don't like it, this is always going to be here waiting for you.
Exactly.
So I went and I liked it. And from there, just
So where did you go to college?
Pittsburgh State.
Pittsburgh State?
Yeah.
Right on. Did you
Yeah.
take construction management?
So they had a program called Construction Technology,
Okay.
but just like construction management.
Yeah.
I had a minor in business, which kind of helped. It wasn't Wentworth.
Right.
I walked Wentworth, UMass Lowell,
Oh yeah.
Pittsburgh State, Worcester State.
No, but it was good price and it was close to you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It didn't put you out of a big inconvenience or
Oh yeah, graduated
put
with
you
under.
into a risky situation.
Yeah.
I feel like so many people waste money dumping on a semester or two and then they drop out. Like
Imagine a couple of years or
it's not like they just
4
say, "Oh,
years.
since you want to leave early, here's your money back." It's like they
No.
write down 40K, 20K, and
No, it's the funniest thing though, right? The education system, right?
Yeah.
They'll let you borrow $250,000 in student debt
yeah,
to go spend money on an education, but you can't take that same amount of money to open up a small business.
oh, 100% now, 100%. It's like it's pulling teeth, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'm
The-
glad I went there though.
Getting what I've learned just in business through getting money from the banks, whatnot, because again, not everyone's born as a trust fund or with a bunch of money.
Right.
They
Right.
have to make a little bit and then figure out how to get it from there. And again, if you're good at asking or if you have a good business plan, you can get whatever you want.
Yeah.
You just need to know who to get it from.
Right.
Tell me a little bit of history about like you with bankers and all that, and like.
Well, recently, I mean, I started my company. It's
And
RT.
tell me about your company.
It's RT Construction Management, and I went full time June of 2022. So I'm approaching that 2-year mark.
Yeah.
I actually started February of 2020,
Okay.
right before COVID.
Right on.
I had a work opportunity where it was a project where I was a superintendent for a previous company, and the building manager called me up about 3 months before I started the company and say, hey, Joe, someone's doing work here. It's awful. We need help.
Yeah.
And I went out there, visited him, took a look at the work that they were doing, and was pointing out all the things he wasn't happy with. The building manager for 2 or 3 buildings in Seaport District, Boston.
Yeah.
And he said he had another.
Always got to commute. You know?
Oh yeah, we're always going.
That's
always,
what I'm saying.
People ask, they travel so far for work. That's a construction.
That's construction 100%. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've when I started working for a couple different companies, I knew that I had to travel for work because my old man always has his whole life. Where a lot of other people, they just wanted to work with a small shop in town.
20 minutes.
There was no other big companies in town. It was always like 1, 2, 3 guy shops where I knew, hey, probably more benefits, more pay at these bigger companies.
But maybe it's be another number.
Did you work at a lot of different companies prior to starting your own?
Just 3.
Just 3?
Yeah. That opportunity I was mentioning to you, Boston, they had another renovation coming up. Said, Joe, you did a good job for us when you were a super. 7 years back, we want you to run this. I brought the opportunity to the employer I had, and I was working for a real estate developer.
Right on.
So that developer, they brought guys in like me and other guys that worked for general contractors to grow and build a general contracting arm.
Yeah.
With the construction or the development company.
Right.
I brought the opportunity to them. They didn't want it. They're, Joe, we don't do this. We don't do bid work.
Yeah.
We do what we own. We buy the land, we build it. We're not looking to bid on work. So that's what led me to start a business.
Right on. So tell me a little bit about day by day what you do. Do you have a lot of overhead? Do you have a lot of employees? Is it just you?
Right now, I'm still a one-man show.
So you're still a one-man show.
Yep.
And you're hired as a subcontractor to overlook, and manage that job site, right?
Well, it depends. So it's usually I'm holding a prime contract, a general contract. So
for instance, this is if I want to do a new building next door.
Yep.
Right. If I hired you, tell me what you would do for me.
Depends on how far. If it's just land, if you just bought the land.
Yes.
And it hasn't gone through any city approvals.
Yes.
My previous experience working for a developer, I can guide that project through local approval, planning and zoning, ZBA. You're going to change the zoning. You're going to combine the parcels or subdivide it. It's going to be homes.
Yeah.
Get it through the local approvals. Once you get it through the local approvals, you start designing the rest of the building, right? Apply for building permit.
Are you a licensed contractor?
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
Nice.
I have my mass unrestricted CSL.
Right on. So you're doing like bigger jobs, like commercial and stuff, huh?
Yeah, commercial's what I know.
Yeah.
It's what I know. It's what I do best.
Exactly. But it kind of, from start to finish.
Yep.
From the zoning approvals, everything like that, to, hiring the subs in order,
Absolutely.
excavators, and,
You name it.
concrete.
Yep.
And frame it up.
Yep.
Good
The thing
stuff.
about it works for me.
How is the pay good?
It does.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right
I know it does. It's a lot of work, but as long as I'm very organized, I'm type A as it gets.
Yeah.
I've got lists and folders and subfolders.
Where's your office at?
Waltham.
Waltham?
Yeah.
So you have an office in Waltham. Is it yours? Is the company at the job site currently? Like, is it the job that you're doing? Is it on that site?
No. So it's more of a satellite office.
Okay.
I'll spend maybe 2 days a week there, most of the time on the road or working from home.
Right on.
And I'd rather
working from home's a beautiful thing too.
It is.
Yeah.
I kind of built the habit and got used to working from home when with my previous employer. It's one of those things, you're not in an office or a job site. It's like, what do I do? You got to build the discipline to stay focused and stay on a list and attack the day.
That's just it. Well, of course, getting out of the field, or at least not working in the field, just managing and everything that you're doing, that's what's going to get you the next step in life.
Oh, yeah. I've got friends who make fun of me. I was a carpenter.
Yeah.
I had a tool belt on. I was
a plumber.
swinging hammers. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And when I made a transition into supervision, I was kind of forced into it. There was an opportunity to. I was working with a local contractor that was really going under, and that opportunity to follow a foreman made a transition from working foreman to a project superintendent. There was an opportunity to join as an assistant superintendent, and I did.
Right on.
And that was.
How many projects do you think you got running, throughout the year? You said.
For me, last year, 2 of my own and 3 where it was not quite a joint venture,
Yeah.
but PM super for hire with another
Right.
Another gentleman that has the same business model, which I basically mimic.
Yeah.
It's one of those things
Would
you
you?
see something that works. It's like they can do it, I can do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Would you say the a lot of the jobs that you do are usually 1 million out?
They range.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one of each
One
last
of
year that
each.
were mine. Yeah.
Makes sense.
One that was sub 300,000. And it's funny when I went full time back in 2022, my previous employer, he gave me I tried making the pitch. You can still use.
Yeah.
You know, I gave him a 10-month notice
Right.
that I was leaving to go start my own company
That's
because
awesome.
I was tied up on a project down
Yeah.
in Connecticut, and they ended up finding a replacement month 5. We stayed together for a month, so 6 months is how long it lasted before I went off. And when I first told them that I was going on my own, yeah, the exit interview per se,
Were you nervous?
I was.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I was.
Well,
I was.
my situation's pretty similar. I started pretty close to you too. I started in December of 2019.
Okay.
That's only kind of 1 month. I could pretty much just say the beginning of 2020 is when I started.
Mhm.
Um, and of course, I was nervous going on my own too.
Mhm.
I worked for probably about 4 or 5 different plumbing companies prior, just seeing who I liked the most. And the last one,
Mhm.
I stayed with them for a good 3.5 years, was loyal to them. And I was nervous about making the change, but I knew this is what I wanted to do in the long haul.
Mhm.
But I literally, before giving them 2 weeks, I was like, hey, man, could we do something part time, couple of days? I didn't know if the call volume was going to be here. And thank God that, the phone kept on ringing. But even if it didn't, I had to go out and,
Get to work.
get the work.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
And so
you
they
gotta
ended
go
up
out and
saying
get
no.
dinner. You got to go out and find the work too.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
What did they say? Were they
He was
open
like,
to
he
that?
was like, no, it's kind
Yeah.
of,
Yeah. Yeah. I
hit
got
the
the same.
my way or hit the highway. And I
Yeah.
said, unfortunately, buddy, that's it. And I'll work out from there.
Well, part of it too, it's like, especially, we're fairly younger guys.
Yeah, how old are you?
They- I just turned 30 last week.
39.
Yeah.
I'm 28, so not
Okay.
far behind you.
And that's okay.
Yeah, right.
I'm embracing it.
Huh?
It's my Steph Curry year.
That's just it. No, exactly. I'm trying to like go slow because
That's amazing though.
life is quick, man.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
It
So,
can't be all work. Can't
it,
be all work.
no.
You gotta
That's
enjoy
gonna
the
lead me to like the next, segment, of course, your hobbies and everything like that.
Yeah. With your
But
passion.
no, it seems like you got a good thing with the business, all that other stuff, and hoping we can possibly do some business ourselves.
Yeah. No,
Some of
absolutely.
these developments, a lot of our work is service,
Mhm.
and but we still do a little bit of everything.
Mhm.
I have a big team. I have about 24 employees.
Yeah.
On payroll, probably about 14 vans going every day.
Yeah.
And our main theme is driven to just service, and we're trying to market a bunch to get more and more. But prior to that, I've always done bigger commercial residential jobs.
Yeah.
When I first started, I would be calling contractors when I got slow, sending them a little news flyer, etc., saying about us. And just ever since then, it's good with the bad. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes contractors aren't the easiest to work for.
Yeah. That's it, Dan.
Because we're upfronting a lot of materials and
Mhm.
money to help fund that job. I feel like
Mhm.
they're not quick on the pay.
Mhm.
Bigger the project,
The
more
longer it takes.
expense for the attorney. A lot
Yeah.
could go wrong.
Yeah.
Um,
You're exposed to so much more risk. So I
You
mean,
really
I that's one thing I've learned just being on the ownership side, working for developers, and
oh yeah,
it's we're handling the money from the developer end to pay the general contractor end, which was still us,
exactly.
and then pay all
And
the
and
subcontractors.
a lot of them are bank funded, so it's
Oh
not
yeah,
like you can just
oh yeah,
shell.
oh yeah. Every single thing was a draw. So
I actually so I've been wanting to do like a lot of construction, house flips,
Mhm.
own real estate, etc. This is my second piece of real estate. And then I also just bought my third, starting a new company called What Choosing Investments.
Okay,
I do have a company called Domination Construction,
okay,
but a lot of our work is under What Choosing Investment. So I have a partner there that we, usually buy a couple houses and flip.
nice.
We bought one, which is our first over in Winchendon. We bought that right around October 7th, and we're about to have it on the market
Oh nice,
with some realtors first thing of May.
that's awesome.
So super excited. Yeah, we bought it for 107,000. we had a budget of 135,000 to you know, and just for an allowance.
Yeah.
To do the construction, and we're hopefully gonna sell for 375 and up.
Nice.
You know, I'm praying it doesn't go below that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Check the
Well,
comps in the area and whatnot.
That's just it, exactly. It's crazy still though for buying it that little money. What you have to use for your own capital
Mm-hmm.
to keep it going.
Mm-hmm. You asked me earlier.
I learned so much from that deal, and you know,
That's how you learn.
I was
That's
always
like-
nervous going into it too by myself, just because you know I'm playing with a little money that I have.
Mhm.
It took me a lot to get here.
Mhm.
So again, I'm at a point in my life where you know I want very little risks
Mhm.
on on income
Mhm.
as well as time.
Yeah.
Because never enough time in a day, a week, you know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of your normal business.
When it comes to time like that, it's. Are you hiring out GC for that? You self-perform?
No, I'm actually doing it all ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah. My
Well, I
partner
won't finish.
my partner is he is in construction, he is a licensed contractor,
Okay.
so that worked out. But
Does he self-perform a lot of the work?
yeah, so
Yeah,
he actually he
that's
does
good.
he owns a property maintenance company
Good.
as well as a construction.
Good.
We've been passing him a ton of bathroom models and all that other good stuff.
That works. That's where it's like I'll tell clients it's if you don't need construction control,
Yeah,
design, my license to pull a permit, and that license can only enable me to pull a permit for up to 35,000 cubic feet,
yeah,
which isn't a lot. It's smaller than your building,
right.
35,000 cubic feet, without having an architect and engineer stamp and drawings. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't need that, then you really don't need me.
No, exactly.
You're better off hiring someone who can self-perform a lot of the work,
Right.
because you're paying for my time to manage it, supervise it, construction admin, and then of course all the general contractor fees associated with that.
No, exactly.
So unless you need that, I wouldn't recommend.
Which I'm actually excited to show you a couple projects that we have coming up this summer. Putting on a 3,500 square foot addition at my house,
Oh, nice.
and then I'm also putting up another, I think probably 1,000 square foot addition here.
Okay.
So the roof that was above my shop, how it lead up.
Yeah, yeah.
We're actually gonna pull the roof off of there. We're gonna cut in a door here,
Right.
and add about another 6 more offices. Is what
Second
was
floor.
yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be you know the same height as this.
Yeah.
Just over there.
Nice.
You know, will be 6 more offices and a nice big. We're gonna relocate this conference table,
Nice.
so that way we just have more room because it's always tight for
Everyone else.
CSRs exactly.
Yeah. No room for expansion, man.
No, that's just it. You know,
You're moving in the right direction though. 24 employees.
right on.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
I look at it. It's on the first year and a half. It's like I was adamant about. I know I can make this work.
Yeah,
I've done a lot of work, handled a lot, had a lot of responsibility, doing what I was doing previously. I don't want any employees,
yeah.
you know, but it's, I realized though, once I kind of got caught in, working in the business and not on the business, that I need to scale.
So like for the longest, you know, I still go through days that I say I wish I didn't have employees or overhead or
Mhm.
that other good stuff. But you know, I am thankful that I have it, just because
Because the time has fought back. to you.
I've just you know learned so much being in the driver's seat.
Mhm.
You know that I probably wouldn't have learned
Ah,
any other way. Exactly. And my you know my attitude and determination to keep growing it. It's
That's
you know I can't even describe it exactly.
Yeah.
But you know I built this company very quickly. Just you know every single dollar I got, I kind of invested it in another truck, with a couple guys that fill it, and the supply houses that finally you know that I get my stock from.
Building credit with them.
They helped,
imagine.
yeah, they helped me build my credit. They helped, you know, they were lenient about, you know, payments and all that other
Because they
stuff.
understand.
Exactly,
Yeah.
you know. But I tell you what, you know, I feel like I could do it all over again, or I want to help other people do it again and
Yeah.
all that, you know.
If people reach out to you if they want to
people-
start their own plumbing HDC or
You know, I'm trying to get a lot of people to do that.
Yeah.
But again, I have a lot of people kind of like yourself that I meet or hit me up on Instagram. So,
Yeah.
yeah, how did you like hear about, you know, me or the company or anything like that? Did we just,
it's one of those things, you know, when you're looking for it, you attract it,
yeah,
right? It's just I
we
used
just,
to say it was a friend, either Jose or maybe even Mike Farnsworth that might have sent me one of your posts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
Mike
when-
Farnsworth.
It might have been him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and check.
So
it.
he sent you one of the posts. He started following me.
Yeah.
And then we just, you
That's
were
how
kind
it
of
is.
like, hey, we're probably pretty similar
That's
people.
exactly what he said. He
Right.
said, Joe, you should connect with this guy.
Hell yeah.
Look what they're doing. Yeah.
No, well, I love that kind of stuff, and
It works.
no, 100%. I actually, my mechanic up the street, he, he hit me up on Instagram, kind of said, hey man, we're similar, let's meet up, and I took a ride up to him, and when I do business, I give him, some work with
Nice.
maintaining my fleet,
Oh yeah.
and no, things are really really good.
Yeah.
Exactly. My next goal is to possibly start like, coaching,
Mhm.
motivate, or just consulting of, new business owners,
Yeah.
anyone that's trying to get to the next level.
Because what you do, I mean, we have different businesses, but I can learn a lot from you.
Oh,
I
100%.
There's things I cannot replace. I don't have the experience of building and managing 24 employees.
Oh, yeah.
I can't replicate that.
It's insane.
You know,
Insane.
You're able to harness that.
It all
use that.
comes down to, man, a good team,
Yeah.
good partners, or, and part of your team is people that are coachable.
Yeah.
They have to be coachable.
Yeah.
They have to have a good attitude. And I feel like, the Dominicans or anyone,
Yeah.
that nationality.
Yeah.
You guys are freaking awesome
Hungry.
people. You guys are awesome, awesome people.
Yeah.
A
appreciate it.
lot of the people that are white Americans, man,
Yeah.
they're freaking spoiled. They don't want to freaking put the time in.
Yeah.
They just think that, if the grass is greener over here.
Yeah.
Or they're not grateful.
They're not grateful. It could be a part of entitlement. It could be part of just not being grateful. for
They
everything.
they want to complain and
Yeah.
use their rights and all that other stuff. Where
Yeah.
it's like, come on, man. I never had that mindset.
Mhm.
If I wanted something, I freaking put in the freaking,
Mhm.
bloody knuckles.
That's what it is. Like I was telling you.
My friends call me the white Brazilian. Okay, let's just get after it.
I love that.
And I'm not afraid to get dirty, man. I feel like sometimes it's easier done than said,
Mhm.
even though a lot of people say it's easier said than done.
Mhm. Mhm.
If it's overwhelming me, just freaking start cutting at it and boom, you gotta freaking patch it up.
Just get it done.
Just get it done.
Keep chipping away at it.
That's just it, exactly. Bring your tools in, set the radio up, get some good headphones in, and get after it.
Ain't gonna get done just looking at it.
No, it ain't.